Pete Hegseth continues to show why he is just wholly unqualified for anything. He is nothing more than a Trump lapdog sycophant, blaming the media for trying to make Trump look bad by reporting on the deaths of U.S. service members who lost their lives as a result of Iranian retaliation strikes. No, the press has been covering the deaths of U.S. service members for fucking eons. Do you not recall all of the embedded reporters in Vietnam? There were embedded reporters on fucking D-Day, for crying out loud. But here comes Pete Hegseth. He's just got to suck up to Daddy Trump. You guys are just trying to make Trump look bad. What the fuck, man?
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth this morning suggested that the news media only prominently covers American service members killed in action for political reasons, to make the president look bad.
When a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad, but try for once to report the reality.
That's just false, not to mention a kind of warped way of looking at the world, not to mention a rather ahistorical way of looking at the world. The news media covers fallen service members because they have made the greatest sacrifice for this country. It's a tribute. It's an honor. We did it under President Biden.
Take a look at the humanity in this photograph. One human, fortunate enough to have been born in the United States, holding a baby who wasn't as lucky. In one instant, on Thursday, that love was destroyed by pure evil, by the pure evil of a terrorist attack, and Sergeant G was killed, along with 170 Afghans and 12 other U.S. service members.
We did it under President Obama. Here's a clip from when I was the White House correspondent for ABC News.
Michael Weston, a graduate of Stanford and Harvard Law. Chad Michael, a former SWAT team member from Tampa. And Forrest Lehman, who was due home in January just in time for the birth of his first child.
In fact, it was this desire to honor fallen service members and the desire of living veterans to have their fallen brothers and sisters so memorialized, so honored, that led me to write a book called The Outpost, which was published in 2012.
And they wanted their stories told. They wanted their 8 fallen brothers memorialized. They wanted someone to tell their story. They felt like they had suffered through the deadliest, bloodiest day for U.S. troops in 2009, and nobody back here knew about it, and nobody back here cared. So the fact that I called, they were fairly hospitable to.
All of that under Biden and Obama, there is nothing political about it. There's no score settling about it. There's no attempt to make anybody look bad. It's about honoring fallen service members. The difference with Obama and Biden is their defense secretaries didn't come out and start petulantly complaining about us honoring the fallen.
Yeah, but now Pete Hegseth is the Secretary of Defense, and he is going to do anything he needs to do to show he is willing to publicly filage Donald Trump. And that's the bottom line. He only has his job because Donald Trump needed a yes man in that position. He's not qualified to be Secretary of Defense. He's no more qualified than anybody else you see walking down the goddamn street. He was a former Fox News host. But Tom, he served in the... Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, or the next Democratic president, appointed a Secretary of Defense with the exact same credentials as Pete Hegseth, you guys would lose your ever-living fucking mind. Pete Hegseth is just a yes man. He's there to get up and tell Trump's story. You guys are just trying to make me look bad. That was Trump speaking through Hegseth.